What's going on, guys? I'm going to hit a very controversial topic right now, and it falls in line with religion. So Kanye West, okay, is getting into a lot of trouble because of what he said about the Jews. Now, as someone who was raised Jewish by two very religious Jewish parents, I'm going to break down for you what my problem is with the Jewish religion, okay? And with some of the Jews, okay? So here you go. Okay. In 1367 BC, Akhenaten in Egypt created monotheism, okay? He said that there was a new way to worship and that God was the sun. And we know about Christianity and everything, how it basically turned out that Jesus is an astrotheological, allegorical, anthropomorphic version of the sun going through the 12 zodiac signs. He's the Piscean solar deity. Okay? The Jews in the Old Testament take credit for monotheism with Abraham, and that's just simply not true. Okay? You got to do your research. As Jordan Maxwell used to say, you better wake up and do your homework. That's my Jordan Maxwell impression. But so what is the problem? Well, for starters, in Egypt, they revered women, okay? They absolutely revered women, okay? So many statues are showing the man sitting there strong, holding the woman like this. They were revered because they were the portals that brought new life into this planet, okay? Fast forward to the Old Testament, suddenly women are the bane of every existence. They become second-class citizens. They're not able to speak, okay? They're unclean. You can't touch them during their cycle. Okay? All this kind of crazy stuff. The other thing that I have an issue with is the whole situation that they believe they started the idea that God is separate from us. Okay? Whereas the Hindus, the Buddhists, and all them that were around the same time period as them, they believed that we were all one. They believed that we were a part of God, that we were all one. Okay? Now, why do people have problems with the Jews? Okay? When people tell you that the Jews control the media, okay, and the Jews control the money, it's actually half true. The Rothschild family, okay? The Rothschild family goes back to Mayer Amschel Rothschild in the 1700s. What he did was during the Battle of Waterloo, he got word that the French lost. Okay? So he started selling everything on the stock market. People noticed that Mayer Amschel Rothschild was doing this. And what they did was they started selling too. Then word came in that the French actually had lost. And what happened was he started buying up everything for the pennies on the dollar. Okay, he started the banking dynasty. Okay, there were 5 sons. Okay, they own every central bank in the world. Okay, there are only a couple countries that do not have a central bank, and as far as that goes, okay, those countries are vilified in the news. Okay, and they're trying everything to try and get central banks in there. Okay. So when Kanye tells you that the Jews control the money, it's not true. There is a Jewish family that does control the money, okay? They have all the central banks. This is fact. You can't deny this. This is not anti-Semitism. This is simply fact, okay? Now the thing is that they're an evil family, okay? But to be honest with you, there's Christians that are evil. There's Muslims that are evil. There's Masons that are evil. You know, there's evil people in every group. So this idea that we have protected societies, okay, is just nonsense. Because people have to know their history. Okay? So look into the Rothschilds. Look into the central bank. Look into them starting up the Federal Reserve. Jekyll Island. Okay? Woodrow Wilson, 1913. Look into all of this, okay? The reason every country's in debt is because they are paying back the Rothschilds when they can't afford it, Okay? You take out a couple $1 billion. Let's just give an example. You take out $100. They charge it with interest. How are you going to pay it back? You only have $100 and suddenly you owe 105. What do? Well, you keep taking more money out in order to pay the interest. All we're doing is paying the interest. Okay? So I talk about this deeply in my book series. Okay? So when these people say that Jews control the media and Jews control the money, okay? A Jewish family controls the money. Okay? That doesn't make all Jews evil. Okay? My problem is not with the Jews or Christians or Muslims. To be honest with you, I wish they knew my work. That's all it really is. That's all that I really have to say about it, to be honest with you. So they should elaborate more. Kanye should elaborate more. But he is undiagnosed, if not diagnosed, bipolar. And his hypomania, it's unchecked, okay? And he is basically just running his mouth when he could be doing a better service and pointing the laser at the problem instead of broad stroking the entire Jewish population, okay? So that's all I gotta say.